Hi everyone, good morning. Um, Today I'm out in my garden and I have a helper who's also helping me, clean up every once in a while, like about a week, about 2 weeks or so. I get someone to come and help me clean up my garden and you do all the heavier work that I can't do. Well, she's here today, and today I'm really excited because I have just received a plant that I have been wanting for a long, long time because it invokes memories from the past, from my childhood. Now let me show you those plants. So the scientific name for this plant is, it's quite a mouthful. It's called Atlingera elasio, and the local name for this plant is a common plant that is grown in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia actually, and it is called Bunga Kantan. Bunga meaning flower, and Kantan is the name of the flower. And it is also called torch ginger in English. This the plant, or rather the flower, is edible and it's also quite divine looking. It's really beautiful, like a lotus, but I think it's prettier than a lotus. And I'll show you how they look like. So this plant can be grown from seed, or it can be propagated using the rhizomes. So what I've ordered online is the rhizomes of three different varieties: the red flower, the red bloom, the pink bloom, and the white one. And these are the rhizomes of the one that is going to produce red flowers. And as you can see, this is a bud. It's a rhizome just like ginger, turmeric, galangal, and so on. And the little buds would form on the top, which will grow into shoots, and roots would go down into the soil. So this one is a plant that's coming out, so like this. And then these are the white rhizomes. Wow, you can actually tell. Look at that. This is red, and this rhizome is white. I don't know whether this is going to come out into a plant or you're going to have a flower coming out of here. I'm not sure. We will have to see. And this is the one that is going to produce pink flowers. So these are the buds that would, I've read that the buds grow into shoots, and then you produce the flowers. So I'm not sure. We'll have to see once I, actually grown them. Today is the 18th of January, and today is the day that I'm going to get my helper to plant it into the soil. I don't have a big garden, guys, and I'm just going to find some spots to plant these rhizomes. You have seen the flowers of turmeric. I actually managed to get a few flowers from my turmeric plants, and the flowers are quite similar. The petals are like waxy and thick, fleshy petals. So these flowers would look something like that as well, except they have a really heavenly smell. So yeah, so let's get into the planting. But before that, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about why these plants are so you know they're so special to me. So the reason why these plants are so special to me is because I remember distinctly. Well, I've mentioned before that I've grown up in Guthrie plantations, and my father was an estate manager. So we had huge gardens and a lot of help as well to help with our gardens. So, and my parents, my mother and my father, were both both loved nature, and obviously that is why my father became an estate manager. So while during the day, he would oversee the rubber trees or the palm oil or the cocoa, even coconut, I think at one point. So whatever plantation that we were in, and while he was at work, my mom would utilize the gardener and so on, and she would create a beautiful garden in every house that we went to. She would make the garden really beautiful with lovely flowers and ferns, and carefully, sort of like designed by her. But she would get all these people who were helping her to plant these flowers, and she would also we would always, she loved flowers, and she still loves flowers, and she would cut the flowers from our garden and make little floral bouquets in the house together with the ferns and the leaves. And she didn't go for any classes, but they were really beautiful. And I remember distinctly that we had clumps of these Bunga Kantan plants, and playing around these plants as a child. And the flowers were so pretty. And my mom would actually these flowers when they were like buds and put them into vases in the house. They would smell lovely and they would look so divine. So I guess it just makes me think of my childhood. So that is why I have been wanting to plant uh, these flowers for a very long time in my house. My mom, since she comes from Penang, her cooking was also infused with the flavors of different cultures. So we definitely did also eat the flowers. So I'm going to plant some over there, over here, in that spot. I've told my helper to dig a little bit of a shallow hole, and I've put some sand, some new sand over there. And I'm going to plant some over here, somewhere over here. So these plants would look something like these. They would look something like these, okay, and they're tall as well. So I suppose that would be a good spot as well. It gets a bit of sun through the leaves of the trees. So let's see. So I'm going to take 3 rhizomes. This is a white one, this is the pink one, and this is a red one, and I'm going to plant it over there. So this is the red one being planted. Okay. And this is the white one. And I think this is the pink one. Well, we will just have to see once they emerge. So I'm growing some inside these pots here. So the thing is, this area receives less sunlight. But I have seen these plants growing. They're very sturdy, and I think they're quite hardy plants as well. There's another one. This area is full of roots as well. So let's see. It's another one now. Oops, somebody just said, Ayo, I said your name. And that's another one. So one has been planted over here, another one over there, and now here. This area receives less sunlight, but I think the plant would be fine here too, because they're the same. The other plants that have been grown here are similar. And let's see how this little experiment works. So guys, this is the end of today's video. I will chart the growth of these 3 different types of torch lily plants in future videos. But for today, I don't want to make it too long. I'm going to end this video today. It is the 18th of January, and to be honest, this is my first video that I'm doing for this year 2024. It's been a bit of a slow start, but that's not going to stop me from making lots more videos for you guys. So here's Shakila Shanmugam signing off. If you do like my videos, guys, do share my videos, give me a like, and well, do subscribe as well. So bye guys, happy 2024.